Hey, oh wow. Oops. How's it going, folks? Hey, welcome to another video here on Phantom Haunted Hill. Yeah, I was just getting myself something to eat. Well, I can do that later. I got some stuff I want to talk to you about. Welcome to another video here on Phantom of Haunted Hill. Thanks. We're set to go. I gotta always wait that second before the sound comes on there. Hey. Hi there. Welcome to another video here, folks, on Phantom of Haunted Hill. How you guys doing? Want to thank you all for joining me on this video. Thank you to all those who viewed my last video on Commander USA. I want to thank you all and thank you to welcome to the new subscribers. The Phantom salutes you. Today we're going to discuss the creature from the Black Lagoon films. All three of them, yes indeed. So before we get into the original classic masterpiece, look at my eyes. Well, I can't see otherwise. Let's watch the trailer.
Science couldn't explain it, but there it was, alive in the deep, deep waters of the Amazon. A throwback to a creature that had existed 100 million years ago, immensely strong and destructive. A woman's beauty, the bait that brought it out of its lair. See underwater thrills never photographed before. See titanic underwater battles never dreamed of before in this most terrifying of the science fiction adventures.
All right, there we go. Yes, indeed. Released in 3D in 1954, directed by the great Jack Arnold. I got to see it on the big screen in 3D a few years ago, and it was an incredible experience. Man, I hate the sun glare no matter what. But yes, indeed. And of course, when I was a young kid, I got to see it on Superhost, who was the horror movie host here in Cleveland. Every Saturday, start off with the Three Stooges and sometimes Laurel and Hardy, and then we get into two classic horror films. It was the perfect Saturday for a young monster kid. So let's tell you about the creature from the Black Lagoon, in case you haven't seen it yet. A geology expedition in the Amazon finds a skeletal hand with webbed fingers, kind of like what the Phantom was about to eat earlier. And the leader, Carl, he heads off to the Marine Biology Institute and he leaves his two assistants there alone. Meanwhile, the creature becomes curious of them, and when they see him, they freak out. And he freaks out and he kills them. And as a second expedition arrives with Carl, they find his colleagues dead. And they're looking for any other body parts like the hand, and it figured that it could have, floated into the lagoon. So The creature's watching them. So they head off into the lagoon. And another colleague's girlfriend, Kay, Julie Adams, of course, she's been followed by the creature, and she decides she's going to go swimming in the lagoon. And she's stalked by the creature, and he eventually gets caught in the ship's lines, but he escapes, and he leaves behind a claw in the net. But that's like the easiest lost body part for the creatures from the Black Lagoon, you know? I'm telling you. Okay, I'm trying to read my notes here. Where was I? Well, eventually the creature tries again to abduct her, but this time he's captured and locked in a cage on the ship. Lo and behold, he escapes. And Kay hits him with a lantern, and they decide to leave and get the hell out of there. But the gill man has blocked the lagoon's entrance with logs. So the guys jump out and they try to remove the logs, and the creature climbs aboard and he kidnaps Kay and takes her to his lair. Members of the crew shoot him, and its body sinks to the depths. Yes, indeed. It is a classic. And if you could see it on the big screen in 3D, I might even still have my 3D glasses from that experience. I highly recommend it. All right, moving along here in Creatureville.
Scientifically study a creature that, by all the laws of nature, should have died 250,000 years ago.
They dared to bring him back alive from his haunts deep in the jungles of the Amazon. They dared to put him on display with the other denizens of the deep, while thousands came to marvel and wonder.
You know, I pity him sometimes. He's so alone. The only one of his kind in the world.
If anything goes wrong, you head straight for the surface, you understand? All right, let's go.
They dared to study him, to probe him, to tempt him with the lure of a woman's beauty, thinking that mere chains could hold in check the primeval forces that surged and roiled within this strange being from the dawn of time.
Hey, look! He broke the chain!
Okay, there we go, man. Yes, indeed. Revenge of the Creature. Hey, I don't know if I showed this or not. This is my DVD of the creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't have the other films. If I do, I think they're in the box sets. This is pretty cool. Look at that. It's the Classic Monster collection. It's all gold. Even look at this. Look at that gold. Just It just sparkles right at you. Yes, indeed. I'm going to shave some of it off and you see how much I can get for it. Okay, well, this film, Revenge of the Creatures, 1955, once again directed by the great Jack Arnold. It was also in 3D. Of course, another Universal Pictures. It stars John Agar as Professor Cleet Ferguson, Laurie Nelson as Helen, John Bromfield as Joe, and Clint Eastwood's. He's in it, Clint Eastwood. That's right. Well, it appears after being shot, the Gill Man is captured and sent to the Ocean Harbor Oceanarium in Florida. I can't believe I said that word right. I know I spelled it wrong here on my notes. He is studied by animal psychologist Professor Cleet Ferguson, John Agar, and student Helen Dobson. The two fall in love, which upsets Joe, who is the Gillman's keeper. And like every red-blooded man, the Gillman falls for Helen, which gets in the way of Cleet's studies of him. And the Gillman escapes that prison there and kills Joe, and he heads off to the ocean. But he returns and he abducts Helen from a restaurant when the Cleet and her are eating. And Cleet chases them, but they escape into the water. Well, that's where the police shoot the Gill Man, and Cleet saves Helen. That was Clint Eastwood's Clint Eastwood's first role, and he was a lab technician, and it was an incredibly small part. All right, let's move along to the final and third installment.
It's all new. The creature walks among us, more terrifying in human form. Striking at the heart of the city with inhuman fury. The creature walks among us. Horror unleashed by the daring of man and a dangerous experiment of science.
I have burned away the outer scale. There's a structure of human skin underneath it.
The creature walks among us. The grimmest cargo ever brought to civilization. Now a monster made even more frightful by human emotion. Bus Merle Oberon, Lex Barker in The Price of Fear. Two great thrill pictures on one program.
Look, it got dark in here. I'm in the caverns now of the Black Lagoon. Yeah, if I move closer, maybe the glare won't be so bad. I got the curtains over here shut, or blinds, whatever they are. All right, 1956, The Creature Walks Among Us. This time directed by John Sherwood. Soundtrack was by Henry Mancini, who also did the first film. And Raku Browning, of course, played the creature. And in The Creature Walks Among Us, he plays the creature in water since he was a diver. And Don McGowan plays the creature on land. And yeah, the makeup is just not different than this film. This time, Dr. William Barton, a mean, lousy son of a beep, he sets voyage to the Everglades to capture the creature. And when they find him, he is badly burned. So Barton and his colleagues perform a surgical transformation on him. And while bandaging him, Bart notices he's shedding his gills and even breathing differently. They give him clothes since he's more human looking now. And they try putting him into society, but he just wants to be in the ocean where he belongs. Home, sweet home. And well, Barton ends up in a jealous rage. He would always accuse his wife of cheating on him and all that. So Barton gets really upset over this made up thing in his head, and he kills a colleague named Jed, and he tries to blame the creature for it. Well, the creature ain't gonna have anything to do with that. And he kills Barton, and he is last seen on a beach heading off into the ocean. And they never did make another Creature from the Black Lagoon film. And it's a good thing after that one. But they're still all great. They're still all classics, especially the original Creature from the Black Lagoon. Total masterpieces. We got to keep our old horror alive, man. You know, we can't let stuff like The Creature from the Black Lagoon or Lon Chaney Sr., we can't let them be forgotten. This is the real stuff. This is real horror, you know? So I want to thank you all for watching this video. Hey, give it a like. That's right. Hit that subscribe button. Yes, indeed. Make the Phantom a happy phantom right here on Haunted Hill, and we'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, this weekend is Cinema Wasteland. I'll be heading out there and doing some filming for a new video. So that'll be fun. We'll see you guys next time. Toodles.